Every single one of us carries within us a beacon of success. The starting line for any journey towards greatness begins with a single, profound realization: your vision. Without a clear vision, without a destination in your mind, you're like a ship lost at sea, tossed about with no direction. My roots trace back to Austria, 1947, in the aftermath of World War II. Though it was the land of my birth, my spirit yearned for something more, something grander. It wasn't the hills or factories of Austria that beckoned to me, nor the expectations of a traditional life that my parents had envisioned. There was this incessant whisper in my heart, an intuition that I was destined for a journey greater than the confines of my homeland. Then, during my school years, a single documentary about the vast landscapes and endless possibilities of America set that whisper aflame. The towering skyscrapers, sprawling freeways, the architectural wonders, they all screamed promise and potential. That was the land where dreams took flight, and I knew I had to be there. One day, as fate would have it, I found myself gazing at a bodybuilding magazine in a store in Graz. The muscular figure of Reg Park, a three-time Mr. Universe, stared back at me. He wasn't just a bodybuilder, he was Hercules, a legend on the silver screen. At that moment, everything clicked. The universe had handed me my blueprint. It whispered, "This is your path, your destiny. Aim for this." I realized then, more than ever, that I was meant to carve out my own legend, to sculpt a future that was uniquely mine. Inspired by Reg Park, I dreamt big. I aspired to stand on the silver screen, to be influential, to amass wealth and fame. Can you grasp the magnitude of clarity and purpose this gave me? Many wander aimlessly through life, unsure of their purpose. But for me, the path was clear. I was to become a bodybuilding legend. With a clear destination in mind, the journey, no matter how arduous, becomes more straightforward. During my training days, many would approach me, curious about the relentless passion and joy they saw. "Why do you push yourself so fiercely, training for hours, yet always with that signature smile?" they'd ask. The answer was simple: I had a goal. Each lift, each squat, each repetition was not just a physical act but a step closer to my dream. I wasn't just lifting weights, I was lifting my future, molding it with every drop of sweat. At the age of 20, I set foot in London and clinched the Mr. Universe title, becoming the youngest ever to do so. And the secret? It was having a clear goal. When you visualize your aspirations and chase them relentlessly, the journey becomes exhilarating. It's crucial, in whatever path you choose, to have a compelling purpose. Life's endeavors should never be aimless, they should always be driven by a vision. Purpose, it's the compass that directs our life's journey. In America, and similarly in many parts of Europe, about 74% of people find themselves trapped in jobs they despise. Can you grasp that? The majority drift through life without purpose, seizing any opportunity to work merely out of necessity. To them, work becomes a tiresome chore rather than a passionate pursuit. Consider this: only a fraction truly relish what they do every day. What a revelation! I've always considered myself incredibly fortunate for knowing my direction. It's akin to a budding medical student who has a vision of becoming a doctor. Their path is illuminated. My venture into politics was no different. I harbored a crystal-clear vision of leading California. Though I couldn't aspire for the presidency, being born outside America, I aimed high, aspiring to govern the state with the fifth largest global economy. Many doubted, suggesting smaller roles, but I dreamed big, and just 2 months later, I was the governor of California. My vision for the state was unwavering. So, the golden rules. First, carve out a vision for yourself. Know where you want to go. And second, and just as critical, shield your dreams from the naysayers. Turn a deaf ear to those who doubt your aspirations. In every venture, every leap of faith I took, I was often greeted with doubt and skepticism. The chorus of voices would chant, "It's impossible." But for every impossible I heard, my mind translated it to possible. Every no became a yes. Every challenge became an opportunity. I resonate deeply with Nelson Mandela's belief: many things seem impossible until someone steps up and does it. I always told myself, I'll be that person. Perhaps it hadn't been done before, but that didn't deter me. I chose to be the trailblazer, turning impossibilities into realities. Despite the naysayers, it all boils down to the grit and determination you invest. In my bodybuilding days, I devoted countless hours each day, training, sculpting, and pushing my limits. And when the spotlight shifted to acting, I matched that intensity. Studying English, taking accent reduction courses, diving deep into acting, it was a journey of sheer perseverance. My initial foray into films might not have been a roaring success, but Hercules in New York was just a stepping stone, not my final destination. My vision remained unwavering. Soon after, roles in movies like Streets of San Francisco, Stay Hungry, Pumping Iron, and The Villain followed. My defining moment came when Dino De Laurentiis approached me for Conan the Barbarian. Post the movie, during a press conference, director John Milius exclaimed, "Picture this, the very physique they once claimed wouldn't fit the era became the cornerstone of Conan the Barbarian, a movie that stormed the box offices in the summer of '82. Reflect on that transformation." Director John Milius remarked, "If Arnold hadn't existed, we'd have had to sculpt him." My body, once critiqued, was now celebrated as an asset, an integral part of the film's success. Fast forward to the iconic Terminator. Post-filming, director Jim Cameron commented, "Had Arnold not possessed that distinct accent, making him sound machine-like, the movie might not have had the same impact." Isn't it ironic? The very attributes, my physique and my accent, that were once targeted became the unique assets that defined iconic characters. But remember this, I chose not to lend my ears to those critics. I turned a blind eye to the cynics. That, my friends, is crucial. When someone attempts to deter you, casting doubts on your dreams, let your inner voice challenge them. Perhaps you don't vocalize it, but in your heart, with confidence and conviction, declare, "What do you truly know about my journey?" This lesson transcends just my experiences. Whenever confronted by doubters and naysayers, always trust your vision, your journey, and, most importantly, yourself.